What's up, people?
What's going on, guys?
Anyway, so this is a little bit new for us. This is going to be something that we may do weekly. And you guys let us know what you think about it. And we'll go from there. So this is a little bit about news slash rumors slash possible spec. So I'm going to start out. I'll talk about a couple things, and then Brandon is going to go into some things. So, and yes, I have notes, so I will be looking at them. All right. So, well, the first thing is Alison Brie has been 99.9% cast as She-Hulk for the new Disney Plus show that's coming up. That's number one. Number two, I don't know how to pronounce this name, so I'm probably going to butcher the shit out of it. But it's Stepan Sejic, and he's the one who did Harleen. He has announced that he is leaving mainstream comics to do digital only. He has done, Poison Ivy. There's a series called, it's like a romance slash erotica slash BDSM type of adult series called Sunstone that he did. And I believe that's ongoing. And he's done The Queen and the Woodborn and Fine Print. I think those are the ones that he's sticking with. And then he's going to be doing a digital-only version of Harley. It's a short story. It's called Black, White, and Red. Okay, the next news. When Tom King was doing Batman and sort of everybody wanted him kind of to wrap it up, James Tynion IV took over. And what originally was going to happen was it was going to be temporary to number 100. And after number 100, they were going to get a new writer to come out with a new number one. Surprise, right? But Tynion has done such a fantastic job with Batman that they're keeping him. So that's great news. Mm-hmm. So after issue 100, which is going to be a double-size issue, he's going to continue his work on it with 101 and so on. So that's fantastic news.
Yeah, it is.
He has really put life back into Batman. Okay, so the next thing is, Null, right? Null's coming. And Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman are going to be launching, King in Black. So, I think that's supposed to come out in December. So that should be fantastic. I know that Venom, has come out with, new characters, Codex, Virus, and so on. It's supposed to be getting very, very dark later on. So Venom's only going to get better, and I believe Null is going to be around for a while. I'm not so sure about Virus and Codex, but I'm sure they're going to have, big roles to play. But you guys can let me know what you think about it. What do you think about Null and Codex and Virus, and what kind of spec? I've heard Keep It Thorough specking on it. I'm not going to say what he has said about it, because if you want to hear it, go to his channel and check it out. He's got some great specs, and he does his homework. So, I really dig what he's doing. Anyway, you probably already know the Batwoman on the CW show has been recast. Javicia Leslie is taking over that role, but they're not going to kill Ruby Rose off. I believe she's going to be playing a different character in season 2. And I think the character's name is like Ryan Wilder or something like that. Or maybe Javicia Leslie's playing Ryan Wilder. Because the way I wrote my notes, I can't tell which one is which. But regardless, they're not killing Ruby Rose off. Okay, so the next thing is the Dark Knight's Death Metal one-shots. They have 5 that are currently known, which is Legends of the Dark Knights, which just came out. And that's the cameo of the Robin King. It's hot. They're also coming out with Speed Metal, Trinity Crisis, Multiverse's End, and the Guidebook. But the 5 new ones that they announced are Infinite Hour Extreme, The Multiverse Who Laughs, The Secret Origin, The Last 52, War of the Multiverse, and The Last Stories of the DCU. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I picked up something, it was a little gift from my LCS, and I'm going to be doing another video, and it's got to do with death metal, so stay tuned. And then finally, the last couple things, Wonder Woman's new villain, spoiler alert. Obviously, you know Liar Liar is the new villain, and Liar Liar is actually Emma, who moved into Wonder Woman's building that she lives in. So, and not only that, but she's going to have to team up with Maxwell Lord to go against Liar Liar. So the next few issues, if you're a Wonder Woman fan, you might want to pick them up. And then the other thing is, for those of you who collect Funko Pops, there are 10 new retro Pops coming out. One of them is Shipwreck from G.I. Joe, Zartan from G.I. Joe, and there's going to be a chase on that. Mr. Potato Head, there's a chase on that one, which I believe is where he has a messy face. The Glowworm, remember the game Operation, where you took the little tongs and tried to pull out organs without hitting the metal to make the buzzer go off? They're coming out with Operation Funko Pop. And Stretch Armstrong, and I believe there is a chase on that one where his arms are stretched out. So that's all I got for this inaugural issue or show. What do you got?
Okay, well, I'm going to talk about, the main thing is the new Thor movie, Thor 4, Love and Thunder, and about Gore and Balder and stuff like that. Okay, so Gore, the God Butcher, is supposed to be the main villain in the new Thor movie. So that's pretty interesting. And Jason Aaron's run of whole Thor saga is definitely ones to look out for, and if not, get them or somehow figure out how to read them on digital or something like that. His saga is Thor, God of Thunder, the Mighty Thor, the Unworthy Thor, and King Thor. So those are 4 series right there.
And I know those books are heating up, because I've done some little bit digging into that, because I don't have any of those, and I know that, number 6 especially, but 1, 2, 6, 25, and so on. I know that the first King Thor, the second print cover, is starting to heat up too. So now's the time to get all the Thor books before this movie comes out, because once this movie comes out, everything is going to be jacked.
Definitely. Taika Waititi, if I said it right, was the director of Thor Ragnarok and this Thor movie, and I think he did some other things. He said that this Thor movie is going to be over the top, like crazy, like how Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness is supposed to be. And he said that there's good possibility that Star Sharks are going to be in there, which is also in Jason Aaron's Thor saga. And I think Star Sharks would be pretty damn cool to have in the movie. And, Gor's first appearance, if you didn't know, was God of Thunder 2. I would definitely get it if you don't have it already. I'm looking to get it at some point. Okay, let's read a little bit about Gor. Gor was born thousands of years ago on a desolate rock planet. Pretty much everyone in his family died, and everybody in his family was real religious. So they would pray to the gods for help all the time. But the gods never came. So Gor blamed the gods. Gor went to a crash site from two gods that crashed there and died in front of him. And he got infected by the power of the All Black. He left for space and vowed to destroy all the gods in the universe. So it's a little story on who Gor is and everything. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's why he's called the God Butcher.
In Jason Aaron's run, also the Goddesses of Thunder. Which is Thor's future granddaughters, and there's a possibility they might be in a Thor movie. I'm not sure. Also, Loki's evil version possibly in Thor 4, and a Balder possibility. Now Balder, I'm going to go into Balder more after in a couple minutes. And okay, so Valkyrie's queen. Now all y'all know Valkyrie is now the king of Asgard, and she needs a queen. So there's three women, three speculations of who it's going to be. One is Captain Marvel. Now I highly doubt it's going to be Captain Marvel because, I don't think she would be on Earth all the time. I think she's going to be going to, other planets and all that stuff. I don't really think Captain Marvel will be it.
Well, if you look at that, you could say, well, Captain Marvel could be given the reins over to
Monica
Rambeau.
Yeah,
and if she does that, then what's going to happen to Captain Marvel?
Yeah, I don't know.
So there is that possibility.
Yeah, that is true. And the other two is Angela, Thor's sister, and but it might be different because Hela was, they made Hela Thor's sister already, so either they can have another sister come in or she might be somebody else, but I think she would be Thor's sister, right? And Angel, which is Sarah, and Charles Murphy said that she's going to debut in the Loki series. So I'm not sure what her first appearance is or anything like that, but definitely get it. Definitely look it up. Okay, now Angela, a couple of things about Angela. Angela was part of the Guardians of the Galaxy, and also later formed the Asgardians of the Galaxy. Now, Thor, at the end of one of those movies, I can't remember which movie was it? I think it was...
You got to tell me what you're talking about before I can tell you what movie.
Well, I said Thor formed... Well, then when Thor said about the Asgardians of the Galaxy, where he said... I think it was... I can't remember which movie it was. It was the end of...
Ragnarok?
Yeah, it was either the end of Ragnarok, I think, or was the end of Infinity War or something. I can't remember. But anyway, so also later formed the Asgardians of the Galaxy, and Valkyrie with Angela both were a part of that team.
Was that when at the end of Infinity?
Yeah, I think when he was with in the ship, Star-Lord and all that.
Yeah, when he was with the Guardians of the Galaxy and he was going to leave with them, and he told Valkyrie the Earth version of Asgard needed a queen, and that he was going to hang it up for a little while.
Yeah, when he was in a ship with Star-Lord and everything.
And when he was on there talking to the Guardians of the Galaxy, he said, "We're the Asgardians of the Galaxy."
Yep.
So that's when it was.
That's right. Yeah, and so Valkyrie, was with Angela as part of the Asgardians of the Galaxy. So there's a connection there. So that Angela could very well be Valkyrie's queen. And Angela's first appearance was Spawn number 9, if you didn't know.
And if you're wondering about that, when Image had Angela in there on number 9, then after that, I think they sold the rights to Angela to Marvel. So I think that's how that worked.
Yeah, there was some sort of dispute, and it was between Todd McFarlane and I can't remember his name, the dude, one of the people at Marvel and Marvel 1, and now they have Angela. Okay, next is possible Odin Force or Thor Force in the Thor movie, because of a deleted scene that was in Ragnarok, and in that movie when Odin was there with Thor and Loki in that where Doctor Strange sent him into the place where Odin was when Odin died.
Oh, Valhalla, right? He sent him to,
I think,
sort of, I think it was like purgatory or something. It was in between Valhalla and life.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a purgatory.
Yeah, it was right before Hela showed up.
Talking about where they talked and he disappeared.
Yep.
After he died.
Yeah. He vanished into pure energy, I believe, and pretty much so the camera panned down to Thor's hand and it flickered with lightning for the first time without his hammer. So that's a little sneak peek of the Odin Force in him, or whatever. When Odin passed away, as soon as Odin passed away, you seen a lightning flicker in his hand. So
Well, there's still a lot more to Thor, because remember, you got the Odin Force and all that, but remember in the Spider-Man movie, when the plane crashed and they were carrying Thor's belt?
Yeah.
Remember, he got a special belt and everything,
Mm-hmm.
so Thor can become a lot more powerful. And also, just another side note, doesn't have anything to do with this, but Donny Cates also said that Thor's ravens were going to play an important role going forward in Thor. So I believe what is that? I might be wrong, because I was looking up a bunch of stuff about Balder and Hodor and his ravens, but I know that I think Thor 274 is I think that might have the first appearance of his ravens in there. I'm not sure. I know it has to do with second appearance of Balder or something like that, but it might have the ravens in there too.
I believe so, yeah.
And I could be backwards, but whatever. Let me know if I am in the comments below.
Very interesting, though. A couple more things before I go into a big thing on Balder. Possible Grand Master comeback, either in this movie or another project. So that's, pretty interesting. Grand Master's, not done yet. Everybody knows who that is from Thor Ragnarok. And one more thing I forgot to mention about Angela and Sarah. Angela and Sarah had a relationship. So there might be a three-way relationship sort of with Valkyrie, Angela, and Sarah. So that's all, it's all tied together in a way.
It's all Spec.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's go into Balder. Balder, if you didn't know, Balder is Thor's half-brother. His first appearance was Journey into the Mystery 85, which is well out of my price range.
Yeah, that book's already up there.
And it's going to end up going up a lot more if that, Balder gets into a movie or whatever. Balder was almost in the first Thor movie and almost played a crucial role, but they took him out. So that's, I don't know how different Thor movies would have been if Balder would have been in there, and Okay, so he's the son of Odin and the goddess Frigga or Frigga. I'm not too sure how to pronounce it. He is the god of light. And some abilities he's got, it says he can move at the speed of light. He's got superhuman strength to the average Asgardian male, superhuman endurance and longevity via the golden apples of Idun, I believe is how you pronounce it. He is immune to all earthly diseases and has some resistance to magic, a spell casted by his mother. He almost is totally invulnerable while within the Asgardian dimension and unable to suffer harm from virtually any living or non-living being. However, Balder can be injured or killed by weapons made of mistletoe wood, or if he wills himself to be vulnerable. Also, Balder can die in the Asgardian dimension through the means that do not involve weaponry. For example, he could starve to death or asphyxiated. Tongue twister. He could be harmed by the power of Odin. He also becomes vulnerable when he's in dimensions other than those of Asgard and Earth. A couple other things. Some more things. After intense training, Balder can also generate intense light and heat strong enough to melt the entire fortress of Utgard Loki and reduce him and his fellow frost giants down to any size. That's pretty interesting.
Right. So that place that you named is his fortress, where he resides with the frost giants. I believe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, okay, so as shown in the events of Siege, the possibility with the aid of his enchanted blade can communicate with animals and has demonstrated minor magical talents on rare occasions, such as shielding himself from mortal eyesight while flying to Earth on Odin's steed in one instance. Highly skilled weapons master, a proficient tactician, I think, and master horseman. So he can get hurt, but he's got a lot of abilities and a lot of powers and everything too. And last thing is he becomes a member of Earth's Council of Godheads following Thor's banishment. And during the Siege storyline, Loki warns Balder that Norman Osborn is rallying up an army to invade Asgard following the incident with Volstagg and the U-F or U-foes, I guess UFOs, maybe, at Soldier Field. He attends the Council of Godheads to counter the imminent universal threat of the Chaos King and his impending Chaos War to decide which mortal paragon they would choose to combat Makabashi. Vali, if that's how you pronounce it, Halfling, later appears to the council and challenges them to disprove their own importance by stopping him before he himself attained godhood. And Balder tells Anandi that Halfling was the son of Loki and was banished to Midgard, which is Earth, long ago. When the Chaos War at long last nears Earth, the council summons Hercules, Amadeus Cho, and Delphine or Gorgon before them and commanded them to bow before their authority. In return, the newly restored Hercules fights and easily bests most of them, including Balder himself. So, just some I know I was rambling on there, but it's just some interesting stuff about Balder and, you know, how his powers and all that. And
well, a couple things about that is, one, Amadeus Cho is going to be one of the next people to start rising up. Silk coming up. You have Spider-Gwen coming up. Miles Morales is up there already. Then you're going to have Riri Williams. Like you said, Amadeus Cho and Kamala Khan.
mm-hmm.
They're all going to rising up. Another thing too is, you know, you mentioned Baldur. The only thing I know about Baldur is, you know, he's got a half brother that's blind, and he's a twin, and his name is Hodur. And when Baldur first got killed, it was from Hodur. He was sort of tricked into doing it, I believe, and it was a dart or whatever made by mistletoe that killed him. Now, tying that back to Venom, you know, Cates likes to tie everything together. He's got Silver Surfer Black, Venom, Thor, and Guardians of the Galaxy run that he did, and plus, you know, the Thanos run that he did with Cosmic Ghost Rider. But he likes tying everything together. So at first, when I was specking, I thought that maybe, well, if you didn't know, Web of Venom Wraith #1 last weekend, or last week, I don't know if it might have been the weekend, I'm not sure, but anyway, it was either last week or last weekend. They messed up and they put it on digital, and people read it, okay, and in there's panels, you know, that say somebody's coming for you, you know. Wraith was telling Venom somebody's coming for you, and before he could say who it was, you know, he sort of said it's a god of light. And I know some people are specking that it's Galactus. But I was specking at first that it might have been Baldur, because he's the god of light, and he's Thor's half brother. And then I was thinking, well, if that was Baldur, the Black Winter in Thor might have been his twin brother, Hodur, because Hodur can manipulate darkness, and he can also manipulate winter. He's like sort of like the god of winter. So I don't know.
Yeah.
You know. Now that I've heard some other things, I'm maybe, you know, I'm sort of like going away from that. But who knows? All right, is that all you got?
Just the X-Men animated series from the 90s.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Right. They're in talks.
About revival talks about for Disney Plus, so they might either remake it or I don't know, continue it or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you, I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was great when I was growing up. Still watch it. So
I just got one more thing. Hercules is the rumor, speculation going around that there might be a sort of a Hercules in Avengers or something like that show for Disney Plus. So, you know.
Yeah, well, Hercules is already was with the Avengers in the comics, so that wouldn't be far-fetched.
And it's weird because Hercules, I know, you know, Marvel has them and all that, but Hercules was, you know, Wonder Woman too. I mean, like, if I remember correctly, I read Wonder Woman #1, the first #1 from 1939, and Wonder Woman, I almost said Thor. Wonder Woman fought Hercules, so you know it's like okay,
well, that could have been
you know.
It could have been another, you know, I haven't really gotten into it, but it could have been a crossover, or it could have been that, you know, Hercules started out
Yeah. 'Cause-
DC or whatever, and then went to Marvel.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty interesting the way stuff like that gets done.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Alright guys, so let us know if you like this video. And if you do like it, hit the like button. Please share it. If you're new to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. And we got a couple more videos that we're going to be filming in the next day or two. So stay tuned. So other than that, peace.
See ya.